Well, welcome back in, everyone, to the Finders Flippers Resell podcast. And this is a special one. It's live with the Finders Flippers. Gentlemen, how you doing this evening?
How you doing?
Doing
Great,
well.
Wes. Exciting to be live. You know, if we're actually live yet, it's not showing up over here on my other screen yet.
Yeah, it's not showing live
Oh.
here either.
Okay. Hang on.
It may, maybe
Rookie.
it's. Well, I know there is a delay on the lives. It's not like
Hold on.
exactly.
Oh, no. It says, it looks like this stream was deleted on YouTube.
No,
Track
now
re-
we're live now.
We're live. We're up.
Okay.
We're
All
live.
right. We're rolling in
Hey,
there.
everyone.
Well, let's try it again.
No,
Welcome back,
I think
everyone.
everybody will see all the stuff we just did,
Oh,
Wes,
okay.
because there's just a delay. That's like a
Okay.
30-second delay.
Okay, well, then we're going. The glitches of live.
We're already getting off to a rip-roaring start. Welcome in,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
I would expect nothing less.
Hey, considering this is the first live we've run under our own channel, we've got Popeye's postcards in the house. Thanks, Popeye. Looking forward to seeing your episode tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be out early in the morning. So glad to have him in here. And for our episode tomorrow, it turned out a great episode. Learned a lot. And, you know, I've actually been out there looking for some postcards. I have not found them just yet, but I'm looking, Popeye. So shout out to you.
Yeah, that's all Wes. Hey, John, since you've been on the show, that's all Wes has talked about is postcards, man. You put the you put the fever in him for sure.
Well, you never know how inspiration is going to come to you in what shape or form. So I'll take it any way I can get it.
And I have rededicated my life to making Niagara Falls the honeymoon capital of the world again. So
Yeah, Johnny's going to run for mayor of Niagara Falls. Oh yeah, and
Yep. Check out what Popeye says. The blooper reel longer than the actual interview. Probably not, but there's a lot of him in it. So, I want to do the due diligence on that for him. So
there's a lot of Popeye in the blooper reel.
Good. He kept saying, "Oh, this will be in the blooper reel. This will be in the blooper reel." So we went ahead and we put it in the blooper reel.
Well, I just want to go on record and thank John for like taking up some of the slack of only me being in the blooper reel like we normally am. So,
we want to start off mentioning this is our 100 subscriber episode. That's why we went live, and we're wanting to do this every time that. How did you say it, Johnny, the other night? Every time that the third number clicks.
yeah, every time that first number clicks, we're going live.
Going live.
hey, Breeze Flippers. Hey, Rural Squirrel. Thanks for coming in.
Look at
Bruce,
this.
Hey,
Hey,
Howdy
guys.
from the Florida guys. All right. And we do
Hopefully
have a
y'all are
rural
having
squirrel. How's
better
it going,
weather
Jay?
than we
What's
are.
going on?
Yeah,
We
we're quite
might also
excited.
want to give a disclaimer, Wes, that we're having some pretty bad weather here. So if we start glitching, it's we'll just blame it on the weather, not on anything Wes has done on the technical side. So
Yeah, we are having some interesting weather. Popeye's postcards hit was something else. In my defense, I was very tired after the Foo Fighters concert and tested yesterday. Oh, he's got COVID. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Well, we sure hate to hear that. Hope you get to feeling better, my friend. Ooh, got the COVID.
But a special shout out to the Breeze Flipper while he's here. David, while you're here, we appreciate you for the couple times you've come on and look forward to having you back on in the future.
Definitely. We're going to have him come back at some point real soon, I hope. And I want to shout out a Rural Squirrel because she was over on my Slim Flippers channel not too long ago, and we'd like to get her here on the Finders Flippers Resell podcast. So there's your invitation, a Rural Squirrel. If you want to join us, that would be great.
while we're talking about guests,
the balls in your court.
why don't we shout out everybody we've had on the show? Because I feel like they've been a big part of
Oh
our
no.
growth to 100 subscribers.
Okay, I'm going to start off Ken SSK Promo. We've had him on. Thank you, Ken, for joining us here on the Finders Flippers. Also, you had mentioned David Breeze Flippers. And let's see, there's one other person I do want to mention, Sarah from the Daily Cabbage. She was over also on my Slim Flippers channel. She's very well versed in Cabbage Patch dolls, and we'd like to have her on here at some point as well.
We don't have enough time to go through all the people that Wes has had on the Slim Flippers channel. Kane,
That's a who's who up there.
all the WWF superstars.
Yeah.
Wow, we've got 10 people watching. Thanks for everybody coming on. And who else did we have on, Johnny? You remember any other ones?
We had Jimmy, Old School Flips, and Steve Martin, the Bearded Finds. He was on too back in the day too. So we appreciate it because, you know, once we hit bicentennial numbers, like once we're in the 200s, it might be hard to get on the lives with us. You know, it might just be too hard.
Johnny's handling the popularity really well, aren't you, John? Truth be told, the blooper reel that we put up kind of started with Johnny and his very sense of humor that he has. But of course, Stuart's just become the brunt of most of it, hasn't he, John?
We'll see.
Who else do we
see
have?
if Stuart sends us Christmas cards if we've.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if y'all make the Christmas card list this year. Yeah, and then some of our more recent guests, we had Molly, Libby, and Samantha from Consignment Chats. Hey, they can't be here tonight. They did leave a comment on the stream before the show started that they had a previous engagement. So hate to miss them, but we will be on with them at the end of August over on their channel. So check out Consignment Chats. So you can search for that on YouTube and check them out. And then David from the $1 Million Peddlers, and we'll have to have them back on to get Mr. Magazine with David. For some reason, he wanted to go to some kind of scholarship thing for his kid rather than being on our show. I don't understand it.
What is that all about?
And then our latest guest was John from Popeye's Postcards, and that episode will drop tomorrow morning. So make sure you check that out. I mean, as far as an educational episode, that's been one of the most educational ones we've had. Popeye knows his postcards, and he's gotten Wes all fired up to go looking. So
I'm doing it. I'm out there doing it. I'm gonna snag me some at some point. Brief Flippers, there'll be a line of folks who want to be on the show by then.
Yeah, the bicentennial, it changes everything, really.
Let's see, John back with what do you say? Just wait for your world to change when you get monetized and start raking in that $17 a day. There you go, boys.
I've already started planning my next vacation, to the ice cream shop down the street here. So
let's talk about a little bit about the history of the Finders Flippers. We started, it's been, I think, just a little over about a year ago. Is that about right? Somewhere around in there?
Yeah, somewhere around in there. We had, kind of two phases. I've had what we'd call the, before basketball season last year, then after basketball season this year. But about a year ago is when we officially started. And you may want to mention it. It kind of grew out of your original Slim Flippers podcast, I think.
It did. I gotta do a mention here because I don't have my glasses on. So shout out, it's 17 cents. Sorry, not $17. Thanks, Popeye Postcards, for
cue the Sarah McLachlan music.
Yeah. Won't you please give?
Today can help this podcast.
It was born out of the Slim Flippers. I had contacted Johnny. I think, Johnny, you were my second interview. I started off with Stephen Martin from the Bearded Finds. He launched the Slim Flippers. He was my very first interview. And then I got with Johnny. And Johnny and I think we did 2 or 3 on the Slim Flippers over there, I believe. And then Stuart hit me up saying, hey, I'm from Knoxville as well. And I got Stuart into the Slim Flippers. And then somehow we all just started connecting and talking and thinking, hey, maybe we should get together and form our own podcast, which is now you see the Finders Flippers. And Johnny, if you would kind of talk about the spelling of it now, that is correct. because we had a battle there for a
Ooh.
while.
Oh, we did. We had some what do they call that? Creative
We had a
differences.
lot of constructive criticism about how the name was spelled for sure. I don't know if it was really constructive. It was probably just criticism, but
Well, Wes will tell you it goes back to his Leonard Skinner fandom that
That is
we
true.
had Y's and Z's. Actually, there was a Finders Flippers YouTube page that has 11 subscribers that has not been active in 5 years, but Wes was a little threatened and a little respectful of that.
I was. I didn't want to jump over people, and I held back.
He was worried about the legal battle that would have ensued, but
Yep.
hopefully, luckily, as time went on, some other guests came on the show and just gave their opinions, and cooler heads prevailed.
Brees Flipper says it was
Well-
tough love.
well, let's also mention that before we changed the spelling, if you tried to find it, you would either most of the time you would get like this channel about a dolphin. You know, I don't know the first part out, and there's some dolphin channel out there, and then other times, I mean, you wouldn't get anywhere close to finding us though. That's for sure. So,
Stuart, kind of talk about though how we had that first 8 or 9 episodes, and then things kind of fell off for a while, and the reasons why.
yeah. Oh, you want me to talk about it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That time,
your name's Stuart.
that time Wes quit.
Yeah, so we started this like Wes said about a year ago, and then Wes just quit on us. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the bottom
Quit.
line.
I said,
No,
that's
really,
right.
in all seriousness, so we started, and I mean, and I don't, our first couple episodes, I think we were still trying to kind of find our footing, and we changed the name, and then Wes got busy with basketball season, roughing and stuff, and so we just kind of took a hiatus. I don't know if we really planned to do it; it just happened that way. But we picked back up after basketball season, and I think we really found our footing just as far as the direction we want to go with the podcast. I think the break may have done us some good, and so but this year I know Wes is planning on working the podcast into his reffing schedule, so we're not going to take a break this year for basketball season. So. Looking forward to continuing to grow the podcast, and I can't speak for Wes and Johnny, but I mean this is something I look forward to recording every week and getting together. It's a lot of fun, and and that's the main reason I do it. I mean, if we ever get monetized, so be it. I can use that 5 cents a day once we split that 17 cents 3 ways, but it's really more for it's really more because I enjoy it rather than for that nickel. So
I'd flip that's in the house. Says hi, everyone.
What is going on?
Yeah, what is happening? Thank you
This
for joining us.
This is
evening.
YouTube Live royalty right here.
They're all coming to visit us. I'm going to backtrack though to the spelling of the show. We got called out on another podcast, and if we changed our spelling, we would be mentioned. But did you all ever hear a mention on that podcast? I never heard it.
we got mentioned before we changed the name, but then we never got mentioned after.
Right.
So.
Well,
Then we became a threat.
a certain reseller said, "All right, here's your challenge, guys. If you change your name, we'll give you a mention." I never heard a mention on that podcast. So who knows? Maybe we'll get it at some point. But I do like the new spelling. Like everybody's been saying, it's easy to find. So I had to let go of the dream of the Leonard Skinner Resell podcast. But
Yeah, and
I'm able to do that.
And a big shout out to Johnny. I mean, he does all our thumbnails. And did he do the logo, or did you do that logo, Wes?
Actually, neither one of us did. It was Mike, the Death Pile Picker.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
big
shout out him for providing us with our logo.
I like the logo a lot. So, and then Johnny does a really good job on the thumbnails, and really looking forward to the show dropping tomorrow. I think everybody will get a kick out of the thumbnail that he came up with for that show. So
Yeah.
I won't spoil it by telling what it is, but it just, we'll say it ties into John's love of Niagara Falls postcards. So.
Yes. I will say that I think a goal for the three of us is to get invited onto I'd Flip That and just see who really has the reseller knowledge of the three of us. So, not inviting ourselves on the show, but you're here, we're here.
Well, this is also an invitation
Just
to
putting that out
We
there.
want you over here on the Flim.
Flim
Pick a team. Pick one. Pick one. You can't have it all, Wes.
Over here on the Finders Flippers. I caught myself. Wait a minute. Where's my edit button? I can't do it now. But the edit button has provided us with some pretty good mess ups on the show. If you can't laugh at yourself, though,
Well, let's just tell it like it is. If you can't laugh at Stuart, who can you laugh at?
It's my favorite thing to laugh at. No.
Well, one of those episodes, Johnny said, he said, I like it better when we make fun of Stuart. So, and then I agreed with him. So.
And we've really determined they're just jealous because I'm a full-time reseller and they have
This
to
is
both
true.
go to their jobs every
This
day.
is true. We all have to be grown-ups.
One thing, not to change the subject, but to change the subject back to ephemera. It's something that I never even thought of, and that's the thing that I really like about this podcast. It's opening up new avenues to resell and things to resell. And Stuart, for me, you've got a lot of knowledge as far as ephemera and things like that. So it's got me interested, and I ended up getting like my very first Life magazine, and I've started going through and dissecting it and taking it apart like this old Cadillac ad from 1942. So
make sure you mention you had your first ephemera sale too, Wes.
I did. I sold my first ephemera sale day before yesterday. I sold a Life magazine for $10. I paid $2 for it, so I'll take that.
Did you just throw it in a poly bag and let her rip?
No, we boxed it up and it had cardboard around it and stuff. I wanted to make it, solid. So,
hey, we have. Thank you, Kelly. We have somebody on the show that who just subscribed to the channel. So, getting us close to that 200 when we'll do our next live.
Guys, I'm going to be in Knoxville in no time.
Oh yeah, that's right. Were we going to do the next show from Knoxville?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we said that we were going to come over
500,
to
right?
Yeah, it was,
500.
Yes,
that's
500.
Right.
We said when we got to 500, each show we're going to do a live like 200, 300, 400. But the 500, we're going to do it live over here in Knoxville. And Johnny's coming over. But Johnny, tell them about the 1,000 when we get to 1,000.
What are we doing at 1,000? Are we going to Niagara Falls?
Or you're the mayor of Niagara.
You guys have to come to Greensboro then. It's a
That's
road
what I'm
trip
talking about.
to the borough. Yeah.
We could talk about doing that, and we'll go to Molly's house and do the show.
That's right. That's right. And I could walk there, so it's perfect.
So we said
But
we
I
have
do
Kelly. Let's see. Go ahead, Johnny.
I do have some demands, though. I would like a horse-drawn carriage to pick me up at the airport.
Wow.
White horses. I only want the tan-colored M&Ms. I like my room to be kept at 68 degrees.
Wow.
So well,
from
500 subscribers.
Well, from where the airport is to Stuart's house, it's going to be a while. It's going to take you a good 3 hours to get there.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just drive.
Here alive, I would not want to be in a horse-drawn carriage on Palisades Parkway.
No, I would not want to be there at all. Good luck, though. We can do it for you. I can see you trying to eat your M&Ms are all over the place.
I'll just drive my Nissan.
Well, we have Kelly in here, guys. Popeye recommended I check out your podcast. So thank you for subbing to us, Kelly. We really do appreciate that so very much.
Did you guys realize that we had Popeye on? We talked all about postcards, and spinach never came up once.
Not once.
Not a single time.
Well, I'll admit I never knew there was so much about postcards, and I really encourage
couldn't
everybody
even
to watch
get to spinach.
I know. I encourage everybody to watch that tomorrow because the man is very, very knowledgeable, and he'll teach you about things you never even even thought about postcards. That's the feeling I had when I came away from that show, for sure.
And really, any of our last 3 episodes with guests. I mean, if you want to learn about consignment, watch that consignment chats episode, because Molly, Libby, and Samantha know all about it, and they have all kind of resources. And then just ephemera in general. David from $1 Million Peddlers obviously knew his stuff, and then of course Popeye with the postcards. So
I actually think that we should consider not having guests, because they bring too much to the show. We don't really bring anything to this, and then we have these guests that are like so knowledgeable, and it's like, what are we doing?
Well, but Johnny, now hold on just a minute. Let's pump the brakes there, because you're talking back when we only had about 20 subs. Okay. People didn't think we were very good. I think we're good. I do. I think we're very good.
I don't know.
Well, what have been our goals? Our first goal was to go from bad to mediocre. Mediocrity, bad to mediocre. Then we wanted to go from mediocre to good, and then from good to great, and then it goes from... Hey, and it wasn't all
Sure.
that
Where
long
would you say we are?
Podcast.
Yeah, he wanted to know where you think we are, Stuart. We need to ask the chat where they think we are.
Yeah,
because they'll tell us.
Yeah, on the scale from bad's over here to mediocre here, and goods in the middle, and excellence over here, then where are we? Hey, Steve, Memphis Blazer, another postcard guy here.
Memphis Blazer checking in from the other side of Tennessee, out there in Memphis, down there near Evis.
Yeah, and I got to know Memphis Blazer from Whatnot. He frequents a lot of the same shows that I do, so we've bid against each other for a few postcards and other things here and there.
That actually sounds like a great wrestling name.
Memphis Blazer. Let's bring him out, ladies and gentlemen. The Memphis Blazer.
Yeah.
And I will also like to say just another shout out for the Memphis Blazer. My brother and I did these political button show and Whatnot. I mean, it was off the charts as far as like the political buttons we had. My brother went to this yard sale and got like 4 or 5 huge tubs of political buttons going back to the 1800s. And any fact we needed to know, Steve could chime right in and, oh yeah, that's President so-and-so. This guy ran for the Senate. And he's a wealth of knowledge. So
Memphis Blazer says, and I have a ton of political pins from Sturt. Interesting.
Yeah, that was a fun show. I'll never find that. I'll never have that luck at a yard sale again. So, well, that was not even me. That was my brother. So,
now I would like to mention that we're going to actually have some giveaways tonight. And Sturt, I was trying to remember. Does that mean
you got the button to work?
That does not mean the button is working. I don't know where the button is. I apologize.
So for anybody who does, maybe the chat can help us out. So we wanted to do some giveaways tonight, and I was going to give away a choice of one of these jars of my Franklin Hill Farms products. So we have blackberry butter, apple pine butter, or dilly beans. But we understand there's like a giveaway tool that anybody's chatted can be entered into the giveaway. But Wes isn't sure where it is. So for those,
I don't know where it is, but I do know this.
StreamYard before, where is it?
Well, I do know this. You need to put the text when you're talking with us on the chat. Put hashtag FF100th with a TH on the end. Hashtag FF100th. That's our 100th for our subs. So if you want to be in the drawings, and I think we can show what we're giving away. Y'all want to do that?
Well, I just did. So.
Oh, did you? Okay. Well, I wasn't paying attention to you at that point.
So
I'm entered.
Johnny's in.
I'm entered.
Hey, we may have to just do it. I think you can do a giveaway for anybody's in the chat, not necessarily with the hashtag. So, but still feel free
to play along, Sturt. Just play along.
Okay. Hey,
I would like the apple butter.
Hey, it sounds like
you don't.
We have we have an advocate out there now. Popeye's sent another person to the show.
Oh, keep it up. Let's see here. SK Postcards. Hello from Pennsylvania. Y'all were recommended by Popeye. Thank you, Popeye, for getting SK Postcards in here. We need to have them on as well. We can talk more postcards.
Hey, Popeye, your 17-cent checks in the mail.
Yeah.
Are
I'd flip that,
we
Sam.
officially the unofficial podcast of postcards?
Unofficially, yes.
We are Finders Flippers, the unofficial podcast.
We're
of
unofficial,
postcards.
yes. Breeze Flippers, I'll play along with FF 100th. Okay. Let's see here. I'll take a cut of that 17 cents. He's working it for us, though. You got to give him that. We appreciate that. So another thing that we were going to discuss tonight is the summer slowdown. Guys, how is your all's eBay sales going so far this summer? And your other ones on Poshmark and whatever.
eBay's been weird. eBay's been
ahead,
like
Johnny.
really busy during the week and really slow on the weekends.
Stuart?
I mean, I don't know that I've seen a huge summer slowdown. I do think that with the types of things I sell, which is mostly vintage antique collectibles, China, I don't know that there's a big drop off in people looking for that kind of stuff. So, so far so good. And I think it does help that I cross post too. So, I mean, I cross post to 5 different platforms plus Whatnot and Knickknacks. So, I've got a lot of outlets. So, yeah, really, so far so good on the summer sales.
When you are the China King of Knoxville, there are no dips. There's only highs, baby. There's only highs.
Well, we had one of those episodes, Johnny, if you remember. He said he doesn't have problems like you and I have.
No, not like us laymen.
And I honestly, if you think back to it, I honestly think that's where the bashing of Stuart started kicked off for you and me. We kind of took offense to it. We were like, okay.
It was that arrogance that I showed.
Mm-hmm.
It was too smug.
For everybody watching, he says he never gets any negative feedback. So
once he said negative feedback, once he said negative feedback free since 2003, that was just it.
Hey, I will say I got a negative feedback on Etsy the other day, but I got Etsy to remove it for me. So
you would.
Of course you did. I'd flip that. Says we are slower on the weekends, but some big sales items lately. Pillsbury dough head, $199, and a saxophone at $325. Wow, that is awesome. And let me see here. Stuart, if you want to read that one from Breeze Flippers.
We have been up and down the past month. We just purchased about 800 video games, so we're listing a bunch of.
I saw that.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw that video as well. Wow, David, that was a ton of video games. I think he said he bought it for like $750 for the whole pile.
Quick question on that. Well, and you don't have to divulge your actual source if you don't want to, but in general, where are you getting bulk video games? The reason I ask is my brother used to be a full-time reseller for about 5 years, and he's back with Dollar General now. But the reason he had to go away, he was doing well over 6 figures a year, just doing video games, DVDs for the most part. And he was getting all those from liquidation.com. And then once all these bin stores started opening and your Ollie's and your Bargain Hunt and all these other types of discount places, literally his pipeline to get that kind of stuff just dried up. So I'm just curious, are there still outlets out there to consistently get that kind of inventory?
Popeye's Postcard says people do have a way of taking over podcasts, kind of like the viruses that take over other animals and make them zombies. Now, if we had the other CK postcards come in with Popeye's Postcards, now that would be a battle. Ugh. So who's going to win that one, guys? That may be
the one postcard parasites have taken over.
Postcard.
Okay, so it was more of a one-time purchase than any kind of consistent outlet to get those. Yeah. So that's what I was wondering about. So
this is how Stuart steals people's connections, comes off as a real nice guy, just telling a story, bam, takes your sourcing away.
Well, speaking of, if anybody tuned into a couple episodes ago, that was a real thing. That is not a joke. I picked up the marriage license that was in the frame. You still have it there? You take it to the store already?
I think it's hanging in one of my booths. So you're welcome to go buy it.
So y'all please give me your opinion. Should he give that back to me? Because I turned and said, "Hey, Stuart, what do you think about this?" And I was thinking, I'm going to stick it in my bag that I had. Yeah, Stuart goes, "Yeah, that's nice." He dropped it in his bag and he took off to the next room. And so I'm a little bit upset about that, Stuart.
Yeah,
That's all right. I'll take it out on you in the editing department.
I don't know if that's exactly how it happened, but it's a good story.
Come on now, Stuart. Come on now.
I like that one day Stuart's going to go to his booth and notice it's missing and see how much it sold for, and then realize there's no trail of it.
Well, I'm gonna take a little hammer and tack up an IOU in place of it and run out.
And then all of a sudden, one episode, it's just behind Wes on his wall.
Yeah. Munch
Wes,
goes the postcard parasite, says Memphis Blazer.
Now that might have been a hostile moment there, but Wes and I are in partnership on Beanie Babies, so
that is true. You want to kind of talk about that a little bit more, Stuart, about our Beanie Baby fiasco?
Yeah, if you saw the short we did, if you haven't, go watch it. It's actually pretty funny. I feel like it's one of my biannual moments of comedic genius that I occasionally have. But yeah, Wes had a bunch of Beanie Babies that he's literally been talking about since episode 1 of this podcast.
111.
Not a mistake, but one of his reselling learning opportunities. And I happened to mention, I can sell Beanie Babies in my booth for like $5 a piece. So Wes gave them to me. I've got them in the booth, and we're going to split any money that I make from them. So.
Oh, here we go.
$1 million question.
Yeah. Hey, Wes, what happened to your background? You're back with the picture again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a source of contention. If you'll kind of look right here, there's some paint samples up here behind me. And my wife's been wanting to donate this to Goodwill. And I do have the other background available. I just, it's a lot to move things. So I'm just going to sit here for now. And I'm wondering what's going to be created behind me. I like the little cafe behind me. But I'm not sure. And Johnny, just to help you out, here you go. Here's the ones that were not chosen.
Oh,
the sample colors. All these are done. So we are down to 2. I don't know if you can see. We are down to 2 left hanging up on the wall. But that back's going to change at some point. But yeah, David, I may end up doing this one and the other one that's got my Darth Vader and Batman in it. So I do like that. Johnny, now you did say you like my new background.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So. Yeah, it was good. I liked it. I do expect you on our next live, because I'm assuming paint colors won't be chosen yet by the time we get to 200 subscribers. So during that episode, you have to have a little espresso and a cigarette and just be in a little French cafe. And we will change our name to the Pinky Up Podcast.
The Pinky Up. So leaving summer, going into the fall, where do you all think you're going to be as far as your store is concerned? Do you think we're going to have an uptick here pretty soon as far as the reselling business goes?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think quarter 4 actually usually starts towards the end of quarter 3. And so, I mean, I know quarter 4 for me last year was really good, and I expect it to be good again this year. And the other good, I mean, with my antique booths, those definitely start picking up, end of September into the 1st of October. So looking forward to quarter 4 this year.
Yeah, and for us doing mostly clothes, winter clothes tend to have more value to them. So for us, we look forward to kind of the weather dropping a little bit, because like a wool sweater is going to sell for more than, a pair of Nike shorts or something like that. But we're probably, I would say the end of August, we'll start to see more of that stuff start to go out. But we see everything always. But come late August, that winter stuff really starts to pick up for us.
How do you all change where you source once the weather starts to change? Do you change anything? Do you just continue doing it? Because, like the yard sales start going away in the wintertime. I mean, do you just completely shift to something different, or do you try to keep staying consistent throughout?
I mean, for me, it's more like just yard sales drop off. And to be honest, I haven't hardly done any yard sales this summer because there haven't been that many. So really, once winter gets here, it's just more still. I mean, there's still some estate sales. There's less of them, so I'll still do estate sales. I do, online auctions. Some actually source a lot of stuff, a lot of ephemera stuff from Whatnot. And then my biggest, and we've talked about this, I think, in some early episodes. I mean, relationships and reselling are really, really important. I mean, anytime I go to yard sales, I'm handing my business card out, or I have business cards in my booth, and I usually get a call or two a month at least, of people, my grandmother passed away, or, I've inherited this house that has a bunch of stuff in it. So really that's where I get most of my stuff. And to try to be full-time, it would be hard to source enough just going to yard sales and even estate sales. I mean, you really have to have those private type picks. Oh, Fart Set Jack's in the house.
Oh,
Thanks for dropping in.
yeah, give him a shout out.
I see him on quite a few other shows. So I know I've bid against him at some of the January house auctions.
He's mentioning Popeye as well. Popeye's out working for us tonight. He's out getting some people
in
for it.
I think that royalty check's up to 8 cents now.
Just hang on. Hey, Stuart, you're working on another Beanie Baby transaction. If you remember the video, you had the bag with all the pennies and stuff in it. So you can put all those in it for the next transaction.
Yeah, that money's already been laundered, and we're
Speaking of, I think our transaction, I gave you about 55 Beanie Babies at that point, or 50
something
or
like that.
But yeah, it wasn't a mistake. It was just an absolute learning lesson. Kind of history on it. It was the very first estate sale I'd ever been to in my life, and this was 2 years ago. And I'm like the third person to go in. Everybody else is maturating, going to other places that I should have been going to, wherever that might have been. But I thought, I'm going to turn and go into where all the toys were. And there's this mound of Beanie Babies. So I just opened up the bag and just dumped them all in. Paid $0.25 a piece for them. So
you were going, those fools passed up Beanie Babies.
Yeah. I can't believe that. So
it's like they knew something you didn't know.
Yeah. And they didn't. And now I did find in that same estate sale, which I've never mentioned, so this is an exclusive here, two, if you remember, Stuart, Willie Talk dolls. Do you remember those?
I don't remember those.
Well, you pull the string and you can make their mouth talk. It's called Willie Talk. And they were a couple of feet high. But I found two of those. I ended up selling both of them for about $45.
Wow.
So it wasn't all bad. I mean, this is just one of those estate sales. When you walk into it, it had everything: telephones, sewing machines, Beanie Babies that all Wes took.
Well, and as it turns out, the Beanie Babies were just a future investment, Wes. You're now going to get paid.
Well, okay, I'll take that.
But they were only $0.25 a piece, because that's not terrible.
It's not terrible, but when you're first starting out and you're thinking, man, I'm going to be a reseller now, and they don't sell, and you start watching other people's podcasts, you realize the mistake you made. But it was a learning curve.
And
Stuart, what do they go for in your booth? Like $3?
I sell them $5 for 4 for 12, or 3 for 12. I mean, so
let's kind of talk about your booth, Stuart. If you would mention the Franklin Hill Ventures booth things that you have going on, so people will know about that as well.
Yeah. So if you're ever in Knoxville, in the Knoxville area, make sure you stop by one of my 3 booth locations. I'm at West End Antiques and Bearden Antique Mall, both in Knoxville. They're both on the west side of town. And then I'm at Granny's Attic in Clinton, which is about 35-40 minutes north of Knoxville. And the shout out I'll give to Clinton, if you're going to be around, or if you're looking for a road trip, the first weekend in October, that's when the big fall festival is in Clinton. And it's a really big deal. They close down all the streets. They have street vendors with tons of antiques, and other type stuff, live music, food. I think they have a beer garden usually. All the stores in Clinton, and there's probably 8 or 10 antique stores all on the same street, so you can walk around, and they all run sales. And we'll be in our new location by then too, so we're looking forward to that. We're moving from where we are to just up the street to a new building. So
yeah. Just the other day on one of our podcasts, Johnny had a great idea about a sign-in sheet at your booth, and then you said you were going to do something if somebody comes to your store.
Yeah, I need. Yeah, what did I say?
You said you're going to give them 20% off.
Oh yeah, I think. I mean, and that's if anybody ever goes to any of those malls, just tell them that you saw Stuart on a podcast, and he said you could get 20% off anything in the booth. And I'll, they'll text me and they'll go, "There's some guy here who says that, and I'll say sure." So,
go ahead, John.
So a fart sack Jack in the messages, if you keep going, it says drinking beer and antiquing. There is a show that was on, I think, Comedy Central, and it was called Nathan for You. And it was, he basically helped these companies like grow their sales through just odd marketing strategies and things like that. So somebody had an antique store that was struggling. And so he decided, it was open near a bar. So he decided to change their hours to overnight so that drunk people would wander into the antique store and knock things off the shelf and break it. And therefore you break it, you buy it. And that was how to increase sales. And he took all the shelves and had them move them closer together. So it was real narrow walkways.
It's like the polybag shipping that we do with mugs. Just put them right here on the front. Bruce Flipper says we just contracted an 8x6 booth at a vendor mall, and they're going to be doing next week, hoping to have some comic books and other collectibles in there.
Cool. I have one of my best friends does comics in the antique mall where I am, and he does really well with them. So good luck with that.
Popeye's Postcards is going to step out on us. Congrats on your 100. I'm going to hit the hay early later, y'all.
Yeah, thanks, friend.
Yeah, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Oh, and one thing, Kristen, Rural Squirrel, if you're still here, we are planning on being in Indy in November. So I don't know how far in advance we have to book you, but if you're still around.
And we may have another special show when I'm in Gatlinburg too. We talked about that a little bit. I'll be up in Gatlinburg with the consignment chats, and then I think quite a few other resellers are going to be on that. It's kind of an unofficial reseller get together, I guess, in Gatlinburg. So that'll be fun. And we'll probably have some of those people on the show. We'll probably do a special live from Gatlinburg.
Fart Sack Jack's going to hit the hay early as well.
Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming in.
I did see I saw a video of Dollywood. That was wild.
Yeah, it was amazing. I can't believe the amount of rain that came in that short amount of time. Those people just got stuck everywhere. But, Stuart, you're really lucky that you did get out of there.
I know. Yeah, for those who don't know what we're talking about, Dollywood flooded the day before yesterday, I think. And my wife and I went there in the morning, and we left about 1. So, I think it was about 5 before it got bad. But the park flooded in a lot of different areas, and people were having trouble getting home. So
he says he's not now. He's not going to bed.
He's still here. He was saying goodnight to Popeye.
Oh, he was telling Popeye to sleep tight.
Okay.
Yeah, don't leave, because at the end of the show here in just a couple of minutes, probably we're going to do a couple of giveaways if Wes can figure out how to do it. So
it's not going to happen. You're just going to have to.
There's got to be. It just said there's a giveaway tool or something. So I don't know. Well, this is our first live, if y'all can't tell. So
all right. So here's how we're going to handle it. Okay. We need to put Stuart, you write a number down for each gift. Whoever's the closest to us gets it. How about that?
All right.
Since
Between
I can't
well,
figure it out. Let's go
well,
ahead and
I'll
do
tell you what,
giveaway number 1. How about it?
what we can do is just do a number between 1 and 100, and people can just start typing stuff in the chat. And when I see that has the correct number, will win the giveaway.
Wow.
How does that work?
1 in 100. Good luck.
Well, yeah, I guess not. We'll do 1 and 30. That's
we
it.
got 9 people in here, Stuart. Let's go 1 through 10, bud.
All right. Well, hold on. Don't do it yet.
If
And,
it's already
by
been,
the way,
yeah, if it's already been
you're on
picked,
the
you can't pick
podcast,
the
you're not
number.
eligible to win. So.
Yeah, Johnny, you can't pick 2 numbers anyway. You can only pick 1 number.
So am I doing my giveaway first?
Sure.
Oh, I'd flip that. Y'all be in Gatlinburg. So are y'all staying, or do y'all happen to be staying at the chalet? You know, Amy and I will both be up there. So looking forward to that. So
1 through 1,000.
all right. Well, I have my number written down. So, and it's 1 through 10.
1 through 10. Everybody
I
gets
thought
a
1
number.
through 100 would be more exciting, but you know. Okay, I haven't seen it yet. I see.
And apparently 1 through 4 is still available.
And I'm disregarding frizzy fines here. Nope, still haven't seen it.
Story of my life.
1 through 10, Breeze Flippers. 1 through 10.
Nope.
Breeze has got 8.
We're all around it here, so you can guess more than once. So
Guess you'll have to now because we got to find it.
Still nobody's gotten it yet.
Keep guessing, everybody, until we get it.
I'd flip that. Got it.
Ooh.
6.
There you go. I flipped that. Good job.
All right. So I'd flip that. You need to tell me, do you want apple pecan butter? Do you want blackberry butter? Or do you want pickled dilly beans? Just let me know which one you want. And then just message me. I'll put my email address in the chat, and you can just send me an email with your mailing address. So,
well, we're going to send them all to you, Stuart, and then you'll get them out to us.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to that. I'd flip that. So the apple pecan butter, just let me know which one you want, the blackberry butter or the pickled dilly beans, which are green beans. They're pickled green beans. So when we sell these out of all our booth locations, then I sell them on a lot of Whatnot shows too. But they're really, really good. My challenge is not to eat all our profits. So yeah, let me know which one you want. I'd flip that. Then we'll let Wes and Johnny give theirs away. Yeah, they're really good. Fart Shot Jack.
Okay, Johnny, you ready to do your giveaway now?
Yeah, we're going to send you guys some Frizzly's Finds gear. So we have some stickers that we're going to send out to you guys. And actually, if you guys are here, just message us on IG, message Frizzly's Finds on IG, and everybody in the chat, I will send you guys stickers.
Oh, there you go. Everybody gets stickers.
Yeah, everybody
Everybody's
wins
a
here.
winner. Everybody wins here.
A sticker
yeah, guys,
for
if
you,
you-
a sticker for you,
That's
a
right.
sticker for you.
A sticker for you and a sticker for you.
So just message us on IG and we'll get them all out to you guys.
All right, I just showed them again, so let me know. I'd flip that. How many numbers are you going to do, Johnny? 1 through 10 again?
Go ahead, Johnny.
Where's this guy been?
I'm not sure. It's either he just wants to be on a
No,
clip. Do you even listen to anything he said, Stuart?
I was showing my things to.
I'm sending everybody's a winner here. I'm sending stickers to everybody.
He's giving everybody that's in the chat. He's giving them all stickers, so they all won.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'd put that it's blackberry butter, it's apple pecan butter, or it's pickled dilly beans. Hey, and just ask my wife. I can't have more than one train of thought going at the same time. So.
Boy, it makes for great comedy, though, Stuart. It makes for great comedy. Even on a live, Johnny, we got some good stuff with him. That's great. All right, so let's we're going to move on to the Michael Scott pop. Okay, from The Office, and we need to come up with a trivia question for this one. What do y'all think? Maybe they can answer it because I think it's been answered. The first person that comes up with the right answer gets this. Okay. So we'd already mentioned this in the live chat this evening. And let's see if you were here paying attention to it. What is the one thing that we stopped our Finder Slippers podcast for and we had to reboot it? Why did we stop for a little while? First person to get it up in the chat wins.
Wasn't that because Wes didn't like us?
Yeah.
Wasn't
the correct
that?
answer is Wes quit on us.
Why are you giving the answers away?
We're doing well, that's not why we oh yeah. We're
well,
actually
now there's a specific reason though.
Yeah.
We got it. We have a winner.
Basketball season. David Beckham, Breeze Flippers. You got it right. Basketball season. So David, you'll be getting the Michael Scott pop coming to you, and just hit me up and I'll ship this out to you.
Stuart, did you ever think somebody would get rewarded because Wes quit on us? It's crazy.
Well, that's why I put it in this situation. Actually, back in May, I got to go to Panama City Beach and I met David, the Breeze Flippers, him and Mike, the Death Pile Picker. We went down there and we got to meet and eat, and it was a good time. It's fun to get with other resellers face to face. I know, Johnny, we haven't even met you face to face yet. Of course, you told Stuart and I that we're almost like old chums now.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to get a little FOMO.
I know you guys are old thrifting buddies. I'm jealous. You even have shorts together now and everything.
Speaking of Wes, we need to reschedule our Italian dinner with the wives.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We had a dinner set up to go eat Italian one night over in Knoxville, and I ended up having some stuff going on, so we had to reschedule it. But I'm extending it to you too, Johnny. You can come across the mountain. We'll go eat Italian, my friend.
I feel like when I actually get to meet you guys in person, you're going to show me the tattoos that you have that when your hands are together, it makes a heart.
Friends forever.
No, that's good.
No, thank
I'm
you,
only
David.
completely jealous.
So future plans, we're going to go live again at 200.
We're going live again at 200.
Special live at 500 where Johnny's going to come to Knoxville. And then at 1,000, we're going to Greensboro, right?
That sounds like a movie from the 1940s. Johnny goes to Knoxville.
Johnny to Knoxville. Not Johnny Knoxville. Don't be
Knoxville.
that confused.
Mm-mm. I do look forward to I'd flip that inviting us on their lives, but
that would be fun.
Again.
That'd be fun. Well, we want to say thank you to everybody that joined us tonight on our one of our first official lives. We've done it in the past with the Bearded Finds. He kind of showed us a little bit how to do it. So again, shout out to him. But this is our first one that we've had since we've rebooted, and it's been a lot of fun this evening, gentlemen.
Yeah, what episode?
This was great. I love
this coming out tomorrow, Wes. What is Popeye's episode?
I think it's
25.
episode 26, maybe. Is it 25? 25. Johnny's got it. He's the thumbnail guru, so we're gonna go with him. And quite an interesting thumbnail at that. So when you all see it, check it out.
And appreciate all the likes and comments that everybody's left, and to everybody who subscribed to the channel. I mean, we hit 100 and then we jumped up 13 in like a day. So we might be 200 here before we know it.
Yeah, and maybe on the next one we can bring some people in to our live podcast and kind of talk with them in and out. So
Yeah,
maybe
that'd be
maybe
fun.
we can do that. So he said we will keep you in mind when we start the game show back up again, taking the summer off.
Uh-oh.
We understand that. We understand about taking things off, don't we?
Don't we? Don't we? Oh no, we just got the "Don't call us, we'll call you."
Johnny, I see that you're upset now. It'll be okay,
Man,
buddy. It'll be okay.
It's all right.
And I guess we should say a special thanks to Popeye for bringing. I think he brought us at least 3 new subscribers just tonight. So thanks for getting the word out, and looking forward to your episode dropping tomorrow.
Well, to all our go ahead, John.
I'm going to need to start really getting my postcard game on, because half of our viewers will be postcard resellers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. I'm already doing it if I can find them. I just got to find them. Don't make the turn left to where the Beanie Babies are. Turn down the hall and then keep going. Then maybe I'll find the postcards.
And Niagara Falls.
And Niagara Falls for sure.
No.
Oh, Johnny is not invited now. Ooh, breaking news.
No.
Oh, wow. You got major FOMO going on now, my friend.
Yeah, now this is brutal now.
Again, though, I want to say thank you to everybody that has come on here tonight and joined us and talked with us and chatted with us. We really appreciate it. Appreciate all the people that have subscribed to this point. And we are heading to 200, hopefully quickly, and we can do another one of these. This has been fun, guys.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Enjoyed it.
Thanks to everybody in the chat for chatting, and we appreciate you guys. It was fun.
For sure. Well, you all have a great evening. Everybody else have a great evening. Thank you so much.
See y'all later.